Good afternoon. We want to thank you for joining us for our webinar presented in 3D, Digital, Dictation, and Dragon, and those are the 3Ds. We're glad you could join us, and sorry if you're hoping for actual 3D video here, but we hope that we have some information that will be helpful to you, either in your current use of Dragon or in making your plans for future use of Dragon. We want to look at a couple of digital voice recorders and see how they can be used with Dragon. I want to introduce you to the recorders first. The one you're seeing on my screen right now is the Philips DPM8000. It's been this new generation of recorders is redesigned from previous generations. Has some pretty neat features. The all metal body is really rugged and durable. We're talking about some serious toughness in here. The microphone has not only been redesigned, but there are now multiple microphones built in. You have a directional mic for picking up your voice when you are dictating by yourself, and then you have some microphones designed for picking up sound from wide angles. For instance, sitting in the middle of a table at a conference and picking up all of the voices around. The directional one is the one you'd want to use for Dragon, but it also gives you the ability to pick up good audio from group sources. It's got a larger screen than its predecessors with full color. Very nice, very pleasant, easy on the eyes, and easy to read. And as well, it has the familiar slide switch operation that many people have used in either prior digital voice recorders or in the old microcassette recorders. The second unit that we're going to work with a little bit today, the Olympus DS7000. This too has been redesigned from previous generations of Olympus recorders. The screen is larger, and once again the color, the clarity are really nice to work with. They don't wear the eyes out so much. The microphone has been redesigned, and although it is one microphone, not multiple, it's a much larger microphone than the older generation recorders, and it's been more thoroughly isolated from the body of the recorder, so that the movement of your fingers on the body of the recorder don't get transferred through to the microphone and get picked up on the recording. It has a lot of features that are similar to the DPM8000. Both of them use lithium-ion batteries, which makes them very lightweight, and the charge lasts a good long time, so you don't have to worry about it dying out in the middle of the day. In fact, they last for probably several days between charges if you wanted to go that route. So dropping it in the charger overnight, you're always going to have a full day's usage out of either one of them. They're very good recorders. We're proud to carry both of them, and hope to show you how they can be helpful to you. We're going to take a look now at the software that goes with the Olympus model. In my working with it beforehand, I had some problems come up that when I tried to run both of them side by side, they apparently don't like to share the computer together running at the same time. So I'm going to show you because their features are very similar. It's just quite a bit of difference in the look, but you'll see similar features, and you will see the other one a little later on here. But this is the Olympus one. For those who've used earlier generations of Olympus recorders, this may look very familiar to you, as it should. But the old DSS Player Pro software has been redesigned and souped up specifically for use with Dragon. So the major new thing you'll see down here is this window down below. That is where you can see the progress of a given recording's passage through Dragon. We have a window for things that are waiting to be recognized and converted to text. We have a second window for things that are done either as successes or failures, and it will give you any messages regarding why it failed if there's a failure in the transcription. And then we have another screen for those that are waiting to do adaptation, which is Olympus's term for actually actively taking the corrections that you've made and training Dragon using those corrections so that it will be more accurate in the future. Other than that, it looks a lot the same as older versions. This will be your area where your files will show up. Depending on which, it'll show you whichever folder you've chosen. Over here on the left, this is your dictation tree that allows you to look at different parts of your dictation system, like the different folders that you may have for different doctors or different days of the week or different types of dictation. Maybe you've got one for letters and one for memo to the office and one for patient dictation or whatever. These things are here so that you can access recordings at different stages, whether it's being sent by email or doing voice recognition or whatever. You can also have playback features that can be used up here. If you highlight a folder, you can play it back and hear what was being said. So you do have to set these up for use with Dragon. You can go into the options in either program, and in both cases you would need to turn on voice recognition features. In the case of the Philips software, you'll need to add in a second serial number, which comes on a separate card in the box with the recorder, so you do get both of them. Both the regular transcription software license and the voice recognition license. Then you have to set it up for how it's going to work with Dragon itself. You have to tell it which voice profile to use with what username on the recorder. Each of these recorders can be set to have different usernames, such as I have here my fictitious character, Dr. Cured-em-all, and then my own voice profile. And so I can designate which Dragon voice profile and which author ID to put together. And in the Olympus system, you need to have them both be the same. You can customize which Dragon vocabulary gets used. Dr. Cured-em-all right now is a dermatologist, and that when it's dealing with recordings, it needs to use the voice profile that was set up for digital audio recordings. You can also create templates using a rich text format and have Olympus's software or the Philips software do the transcription into the template with the text starting at a specific spot in the template so that you get the look that you want, the layout that you want. So there are a lot of different settings that you can do to make things work the way you need them to work. I'm not going to show you the Philips software right at this moment. I'm going to go ahead and create a recording on both recorders, and then we'll show you the process with the Olympus recorder, and then I'll shut down the Olympus software and we'll take a look at the process with the Philips recorder. So I'm turning on my recorders at the moment and getting them ready to use. Okay. This is Dr. Ivil Kirdamal dictating a patient note on patient David Smith, period. Mr. Smith comes into my office today with a chief complaint of itching and rash on the right forearm, period. Upon examination, I noted redness and bumps all down the right arm, with some seepage from some of the bumps where he had apparently been scratching, period. The patient advises that he had been out in the woods, and I advised him that he has apparently been in contact with poison ivy, period. I have prescribed 2% hydrocortisone cream and advised that he stay out of that neck of the woods for the next 2 weeks, period. All right, so we've done our dictation, and now I'm just going to take the recorder, the Olympus recorder, and dock it The software automatically recognizes the presence of the recorder, even if the software is not open. In fact, you can set it so that the software does not come up and clutter your screen just because the recorder gets plugged in. Then I must not have it set to clean the recorder off when it's plugged in. I hadn't thought about that. But it has finished the download, and the files that have just been downloaded are now down here. I'm going to remove all the ones except the one I just made from the queue. So that we just have the one there that I just made, and we'll start the recognition queue. There is a setting on both recorders with the software that will allow the software to delete files from the recorder as soon as they've been transferred to the hard drive, and that way you don't get the same files brought over repeatedly from the recorder. But apparently I didn't set that back to that setting. So you can see that it's already about almost 3/4 of the way done now, recognizing the dictation that I did. And in just a moment it'll be finished, and it's going to disappear from here, and you'll see it show up in, if I click on the next icon over here, there's the documents that have been transcribed and are waiting to be corrected. This one's successfully transcribed. So now, if that's number 28, now if I open this up, there's I just double clicked on it, and it opens up the document in an editing window. If you have the full transcription version, the transcription module for the Olympus Dictation Management System, you can use a foot pedal here to control the playback. Otherwise, you can use the buttons up here to control playback, and hear what you were dictating, and it'll highlight the terms as they are said. But you can see here I did have a template set up just to show that it took the actual dictation, which is this paragraph right here, and put it sandwiched it in between some text that I put at the beginning of the template and some text that I put at the end of the template, so that it ends up forming a letter in this case. You can set up different templates to work with different types of recordings. You could work types, they call it, where you can say, well, this one's a letter, and this one's a memo, and this one's whatever. And so the dictation, as you go through and listen to it and make your corrections, you know, Dr. Iville was his name, so I haven't got Dragon hearing that perfectly yet, but you just make your corrections, and if you have to interrupt your work for a while and you're going to come back to it, you mark it as pending. Otherwise, you mark it as finished when you've made all your corrections. We're just going to mark this as pending right now. You can see the little talk bubble over here. That indicates that it has been sent through Dragon, and the text document has been created. All of these do not have corresponding text documents because I took them out of the queue. So after it's done here, then it moves on to the adaptation waiting list, where you can then have the software actually actively teach Dragon from the corrections that you made. So you'll see here in just a moment that the process is very much the same with the Philips software. I'm going to close out this Philips software. I'm not sure what the white blob on my screen is, but I'm now going to dock the Philips recorder, and it automatically opened up the Philips software. Oh, good grief. Apparently it does not like being used right after the Olympus software. Ah, fun, fun, fun. I just tried one after the other, but I did it in the other order, and that worked. This software, I may not be able to actually show you the process, but it's very much similar to what we did with the Olympus recorder. Could also be the webinar causing problem here. So here we have a document, the recording that I created just a little while ago there, and I'm going to send it to the speech recognition queue, and that's what I thought, yeah. It's either the webinar or something with the fact that the Olympus software was running. We're not going to be able to show you the process, but it's very, very similar. You've got your list of files that are present here. You've got over here the tree that shows you where the different folders are. If you have different work types, memo and letter and patient dictation or whatever, you'd have different folders for them. And then down here, the several icons that walk you through the process of voice recognition, correction, and adaptation. And then this can, either program, once you're finished with it, can be set to output to a Microsoft Word document, or a WordPerfect document, or a rich text document, or just plain text. Regardless of which you want, you just set it for what you want, and at the time that it does the adaptation, it's going to at the same time generate the Microsoft Word document. You've got settings up here that are very similar to the ones that we saw in the Olympus software. First, you have under DPM configuration, there's a speech recognition section where you turn it on and off, where you tell it to send the files for speech recognition. Then under speech recognition, you've got to tell it what username, what voice profile of Dragons to use, and what vocabulary, what input device, just like with the Olympus software. And then there are several other areas of settings so that you can customize the workflow and have it work the way you need it to work. So for some people, this is going to be the ideal way to get your dictation done, because maybe you're the kind of person who likes to do his dictation while driving down the highway, or at home, but you don't want to bring your computer home and log on to your office computer by remote desktop, or whatever the reason may be. You may want to be away from your computer and do your dictation, and this can be the answer for that need, because you just take the recorder with you and use it anywhere you like, and then just dock it. And then when you dock it, it brings the files over, it sends them through Dragon, and that gets them ready for you or someone else to listen to them and do any corrections that need to be made. I would give one word of thought for you to think about if you're considering this and you're using an electronic medical records program that has various fields. You're not going to be able to give a voice command that will jump from one field to the other because it's just simply too dangerous, because you're going to count on the fact that it did respond properly. But if it didn't, then you could end up with all kinds of data in the wrong places. So for those who want to use digital dictation with an electronic medical records program, I strongly urge you to think about having the person who does the corrections will also need to copy and paste the different parts of your dictation into the appropriate fields of the electronic medical records program. I have people that are doing that, and they're very happy with it. I just want you to understand that that is a part of the process that needs to be worked through as you're setting it up, if that's the direction you want to go. So digital dictation with Dragon is really pretty much that simple. Once you get it set up, and we at HTHEngineering are more than happy to work with you and on installation and configuration, getting things set up so that the workflow will work right with Dragon. Works with almost anything that has to do with digital dictation and transcription, whether that is handheld recorders, or a phone-in recording system where a doctor can call in from anywhere and record his notes for transcription, or the use of Dragon, microphones for different recording scenarios, whether it's dictation or meetings or whatever, customized systems for recording large meetings, all kinds of different things having to do with dictation and with transcription. We sell our own Start-Stop brand transcription products for audio and video, Olympus brand transcription systems, and the Philips brand transcription systems, all available through HTHEngineering on our website. Call in to 866, I'll give you the phone number in just a second. We are elite Dragon medical partners. We are certified partners with Olympus and certified master digital center with Philips, and I just have I hadn't put the right year one in our presentation right just yet. You can contact us by phone at 866-254-0714, or you can contact us on the web at www.startstop.com. And we really appreciate you coming to our webinar today, and hope that this look at digital dictation and Dragon has given you some ideas as to how you can speed up your workflow or streamline your workflow to make it easier for you in this demanding era of medical records. Have a great afternoon, and thanks again for coming.